Sie hören Sport und Musik.
Das Spiel ist aus! Deutschland ist Weltmeister!
Mario Götze! Mario Götze!
Tonight, whether you call it football, or soccer, a German American and a German in America dare to call it Fußball. German football from an American point of view. Let's add some buns to that hamburger and join them for the Schnitzel Boys Deutschland Hour.
Yippee-ki-yay!
Did I do it?
Muta.
Did I do it?
I don't know, probably, hopefully. I think so. It sounds good to me, man.
Hopefully I did it. All right. Well, hello, and happy Monday. Oh my God, do we have a show for you tonight?
Oh, it's Schnitzel night.
It's
Monday night
earlier.
Schnitzel night. It's 30 minutes earlier. Although an hour earlier, because usually we're late. We were supposed to be, it happened. Our show happens when it happens. It happens. It's very un-German of us.
It's true.
It's very
un-German. That's why we're the expats, right? If we were so into the Germanness, we would still be living there.
Although this is what I'll say. What is the biggest criticism in the German sphere of time, of like timing right now? In German culture, like what do people complain about that's late all the time?
Oh, the trains.
Yeah,
trains are always late. Yeah, no, the Germans.
So we are now matching. We are now the Deutsche Bahn.
Like the Deutsche Bahn of podcasts.
We're matching our brethren over on the across the pond.
That's right.
If their train says leave at 5:00, maybe it's 5:30. Maybe it's 6:05. Maybe 8.
It comes when it comes.
I think the joke is, or there's a joke where it's like, if you miss the 6:00 train, it's okay. The 5:00 train's still coming.
It's going to come right then. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I had that experience. Anyway, well, I have a live report today.
Please.
From inside. This is breaking news.
Breaking.
We're not. You're not coming here for our reporting. But today, for once, I have an experience to share that you want to hear about. I think I had an experience today, live inside the FIFA World Cup 2026 ticket portal.
Ooh, tell us everything.
That's right. Ask me anything. Ask me anything.
You
and
I both submitted for the visa pre-sale.
Yes.
I did not. I have not been invited yet. From what I understand, there was rounds of it. So there's been a round, and then if you're not in it, they'll tell you. And I haven't gotten an email either way.
Eventually, they will tell you. Yes, this was This is how I understood it too. You were registering for the visa pre-sale using your Visa card, and then at the end of September, this started, and it's like a rolling thing. They give you. I mean, I got an email on Friday telling me I had a slot for Monday at 11, today at 11 my time. And then there was some rigmarole. I signed up, and then they were like, okay, you're in the queue. And then you're in the queue for a while, just says queue. Then eventually the queue will tell you, oh, you have 27 minutes until you're getting in. So then that counts down for another like half hour, although it seemed like it was a little faster than real time. And then I got in. Then it unfolds. The tickets are here for purchase. Now, Stefan,
tell us everything. What are the options?
The limit was 4 tickets per person and 4 tickets per game and 40 total. That's what I was allowed to buy.
Okay.
How many? Now, my question to you: how many tickets did I buy today?
Now, I do know the answer to this because you did text me. I'm going to pretend you didn't text me.
Okay.
And I'm going to say you bought. I mean, honestly, realistically, I thought maybe you bought 2 tickets for 2 games.
2 tickets for 2 games.
For you and your son.
Okay.
Would be my assumption.
So what games did I buy? What games did I buy?
It would have been 2 of the games in New Jersey at East Rutherford.
At MetLife, MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Well, we have 8 games in MetLife Stadium. There are 6 of those are group games, and then there was one.
Those are the World Cup finals. There.
The World Cup final is there. The World Cup
But those
final,
prices
I already
started at like $3,000, right, or something like that. It was disgusting.
2000. Well, this is another thing to talk about. The categories, the ticket categories. There's 4 ticket categories. Now, the 4th one, obviously, is the cheapest. That one, you need a magnifying glass to find that category in the seating plan at MetLife Stadium. It's literally only the last couple of rows in the corner. Like it's literally like a green sliver at the very corner of the stadium.
Those
so
bastards.
That's category 4. Category 3 is basically the top tier
bowl
on the end. Well, the top, MetLife has 3 tiers basically,
right?
And so category 3 is the top level at the goal line, and category 2 is the top level on the sideline. So category 1 is everything.
That's bastards.
It's everything of the bottom 2 tiers. They have a little bit of They have a little bit of a carve out. They have a little bit of no. Yes, let me just finish.
Please, I sorry to interrupt.
My spiel here. No worries. So then they have a little carve out, I guess, for each association. Like behind the goals, there's fan sections. But then otherwise, the bottom 2 tiers are all category 1. So category 1 can mean you're sitting, front row like I did for the Club World Cup, like basically right next to the field, or you're sitting in the back row of the 2nd tier, which now I will say here, I should clarify that I'm a bit of a ticket snob. In MLS, obviously my season tickets are very close to the field, which I enjoy. I like being and I think when it comes to, I think we've said this before, when it comes to the World Cup, especially in New York City, like a good bar is better than a bad seat. I think I've said that before. Yeah. I have had that experience. Max and I, my son and I, we went to the Copa America final when Argentina played Chile a few years back. Well, I was just like, oh, this will just be an event. Let's go see it. And I got tickets at the very top, in the top level, and you had no idea. Like, Messi missed a penalty. I had to see on my phone that it was him. Like I could not tell. Like if you had been taking that penalty, I would not have known. So looking at the seating chart, to me, I'm like, category 1 is the only category I have any interest in buying. In MetLife, I don't think even category 2 I have any interest in. I don't want to sit in the sideline in the top. Like that's very high up. This is an 85,000. Yeah. It's an 85,000. And so this just the preamble here. So when I was thinking about it, I was like, I already kind of knew the finals tickets were not even going to be available anymore. I had seen that somewhere that and so I was like going in, I was like, yeah, I'm obviously interested in the MetLife tickets. I would be interested definitely in the round of 16. There's 5 group games. There's a round of 32, round of 16, and the final is in MetLife. So 8 games. I thought the quarterfinal in Boston I would go to if that was available. Sure. And even the semis, I was like, well, if I could get semifinal tickets and go to Dallas or Atlanta, that would be cool too.
Is Philly one of the cities? No.
Philly is one of the cities. There you go. It's mostly group stage games. I think maybe also one round of 30.
Maybe Germany will be there. Who knows?
Well, yeah. So this was the surprising thing upon entering the portal. You are able to buy team specific tickets.
Whoa.
I could have bought, exactly the sound I made, kind of. I was like, oh,
that's surprising.
I didn't realize. So I was, but this only was for the group games. So you could go, I navigated to the Germany page. And so they were offering me tickets for all the Germany group stage games.
Amazing. That's exactly what I would sign up for.
That's exactly what one would want. However, category 1, and now I'm assuming, obviously we don't know what stadium this would be, but I'm assuming this bracket that they're doing is the same everywhere. So
yeah, let's pause for a second.
Okay.
So this is a revelation for me. The category, because I'm a big Vegas man, so are you. And then there's just ways for people to advertise something, but then really it's just the marketing bait and switch. So in my mind, like an average fan, when I think categories 1, 2, 3, 4, I think category 1 is the bottom bowl. I think category 2 is the second bowl. And I think 3 and 4 are going to be the top bowl. You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. That is not the case.
But that's not the case, because
this may change. This may all change.
Right
now, it's not the case.
They're using 3 and 4 as like kind of a loss leader, like as a hey, they're cheap, huh? Coming in, but they're unavailable. You're supposed to be buying the 1 and the 2, because those are really going to be most of the seats, mainly the 1. So that's already kind of a screwy marketing shady tactic, I think, which I don't love. So that's A. And then, so that's kind of already a revelation. So yeah, cut to the Germany ticket package. You're pretty much saying the only ones available then are going to be your tier 1s, right?
Well, no, they had all 4. No, category 4 was not I don't remember. I mean, I really went in being like, I'm only interested in category 1, right, if anything.
Right. Okay.
And now, what do you think category 1 goes for this group stage, for these group stage games?
And this is a 3-game package, a 1 ticket.
Well, no, you can buy. It's game 1, game 2, game 3. You can do whatever you want. You can get 1 or 3, or there is a package option
for 1.
There's a package option for all 3, but it's just like the 3 games. It's just added up. It's not like it's any cheaper if you get a package. So of course, we don't know anything. We don't even know if they're qualified, but we don't know. Right. We don't know where this is going to be. So this could be you have to then also commit to traveling there, etc. So
is this more of a deposit because
no, you're buying it.
So can you? But let's say Germany doesn't get qualified, you get a refund.
Well, then they give you your money back. Yeah, but if not, you can't.
So this is for 1 ticket, and we're talking. There's 3 categories. 1, 2,
4 categories. The 4th one, I don't remember if it was available.
Well, let's play the game. It's one thing, right? And you're asking me how much a category 1 ticket is?
Yeah.
$720.
$930.
For 1 game?
For 1 game.
Nonsense. Ugh. 720 was gross.
Nonsense. I mean, this is also what I thought going in. I was like, at any rate, would I even buy a group stage? Like, because I was thinking about the MetLife, the group stage. It's like, would I even buy a group stage game like sight unseen, like for almost any amount of money? It's like not
that
really.
Price. Not that price.
It's a 48. It's a 48 team World Cup. Right. You could pay money, and it could be like New Zealand against Bolivia or whatever. Like something you have no interest in. So anyway,
So this pre-sale thing should be a way for fans to get proper seats, but they have this whole dynamic pricing thing that they're all gaga over. Clearly, the pre-sale is just them offering ridiculously inflated prices. Because what have I said about this dynamic pricing model? It goes both ways, and FIFA always pretends it only goes one way. But it's like, no, but that means it goes both ways, which we saw at the FIFA Club World Cup.
Oh, dramatically.
The night before the game was $19 to go.
Oh, my God. Those went down so much. Yeah, I mean, I think this is, I was talking to my brother about this. This is the FOMO. This is the FOMO pre-sale.
They're trying to cash in the FOMO.
This is for people who are like, oh my God, this is the biggest thing. I can't miss out. I'm going to pay whatever. I think. So I was like, all right. But the Germany thing, obviously, like I said, I didn't realize that was happening. So I was excited. I was like, oh, I can buy tickets for Germany games. Let's go. But then I was like, I'm going to buy a group stage ticket for $1,000. I have no idea.
It could be Mexico or something.
It could be Mexico. It could be in Vancouver. I could have to fly across I could
get a hotel, and that's not going to be cheap either.
I could be committing to flying to another country to watch Germany play
New Zealand. The Kiwis.
Sorry,
poor Kiwis. Sorry, Kiwis. We love you, Kiwis.
They're not the worst. Definitely not the worst team. But I mean, anyway, so
They're the
I
New
was
Zealand
like,
is the
no,
only.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. So
New Zealand is the only undefeated team in World Cup history, I think, to never win it. Or something.
Okay,
There's some weird. There's some
that's
because when they played in 2010, they tied all 3 of their group stage matches and then were eliminated because it wasn't enough. But they were undefeated. So
right.
Good on you. I'm just giving props to New
Fantastic.
Zealand.
New Zealand. Yeah, still don't want to pay $1,000 to see him play. So even knowing this stat. So
fair.
So
fair. Now, but here's also the rub. What you said with the FOMO. Let's pretend you went straight to Vancouver group stage where it's team question mark versus team question mark.
Right.
Those tickets would be cheaper, right?
Probably true. That's a good point. I think they're
only charging you for the fact that it's Germany and you want it.
That you're playing for. Because they also have I've been getting these emails with these right to buy. This right to buy.
Yeah, me too. Every day.
You get like you're supposed to pay $1,000 for the right to buy a couple tickets later. I mean, it's really just infuriating. Anyway,
hey, FIFA, you know how people call you a criminal cartel? This isn't helping.
This is helping.
Why. You are
okay.
100%.
So now,
real quick. How much is Category 3 though? Do you remember the Category 3 price?
$300
per game.
Per game per seat.
That's still a lot.
And it's
I think at that point it's 150.
If MetLife is any indication, it's not a good seat. Like you're paying $300
in the back
to sit in the back. So okay. So all right. So I'm like, I was excited briefly for this Germany thing, and then also it's group stage only. If they reach the knockouts, you're on your own. So. Or you're not, you get.
Do they offer you? Did they say like if they make it through, there is a follow your team to the final package?
No,
or
I think Dave. I mean, they have those packages, like VIP. I got some email. I got a specific email for that. But even that only includes, I think, the round of 32. Like even that doesn't include even the round of 16. Like, or maybe it does, but not any further. Like you can buy but this is, the VIP with special club seating and food and whatever. And you're paying like $15,000 or whatever for the group stages. And, but only either the round of 32 or maybe, but not very far into it. So anyway, so I'm like, all right, Germany group stage. Forget it. If I'm flying, I mean, there's no question. If Germany plays New Zealand in the group stage on a Tuesday at noon in Atlanta, Georgia, or Dallas, Texas, or wherever it is, you can get in there for less than $1,000. You will not convince me that is
German specific. You know what's cool, by the way, Bjorn, about being German? You and I.
Oh, what is it?
Many cool things.
Many cool things. But what comes to mind?
Germans would like who are buying these packages? German fans, right? Not all German fans are Germans. There's plenty of just German fans that are not German. But Germans from Germany who are in that same boat, none of them bought those tickets.
We're like
none of them.
We're like
Germans would never pay that kind of money.
Yeah. Well, only like there's one German because I talked to I have 2 brothers and they were both interested. I kind of texted them over the weekend. Was like, I have the slot. What are you guys thinking?
Right.
And so, but then I spoke to my little brother first, and he was like, $1,000. Oh, because then I moved on. Hold on, so I then kind of dismissed this group stage idea. Then I looked, the final, obviously, final, semifinal, not available. Quarterfinal in Boston, also not available. I think there were some tickets, some availability for quarterfinal in Miami or LA. I was like, okay. I'm not going to fly there either. So this brought us to the round of 16 game in MetLife, which was also available. Category 1, $980, $50 more than the group stage game. So this now, and my little brother was like, forget it. It's too much. But my other brother, who who is, a little more high end, I guess.
Yeah, he does well.
He does well. So he was like, well, I don't know. That sounds pretty good. So then...
And Bjorn, he's the problem. You should shame him and be like, wait a minute, Bjorn, aren't they both your little brothers? Aren't you the oldest?
They're both younger than me, but one is 4 years younger, the other is 13 years younger. So I think of one of them as my little brother. and the other
Is
one.
this the time when you shamed him? Be like, you're German. Germans don't.
No, I didn't shame him because I also, because I have some FOMO myself.
Right.
It's not like I'm immune. Obviously, I'm on this portal. I'm sweating bullets. Like, it's not like I'm just laughing this off. I'm thinking about it. So I have
I haven't been invited, and I'm shitting bricks. So
right.
Like, 100%.
So I am. Well, hopefully I'm making this easier for you, but maybe not. But so anyway,
Probably.
so then I have. So I put 4 of these round of 16 tickets into my shopping cart. So then that adds it up to $3,920. I'm punching in my Visa card, and so I'm sitting there looking at this, and I'm like, am I really going to do this? So my brother says he's in, so I can, bill him for one of these. My little brother probably would come around if we like bullied him into it. So then I'm on the hook for 2 tickets for $2,000 for this round of 16 game that I don't know who's going to play, but I know it's MetLife. This is a Sunday, so it's not like it's probably going to be a little more sought after than the Tuesday at noon. This is Sunday, right. July 5th. It's a holiday weekend. This may be a tough ticket. Yeah. So I'm like, okay. So I have this in my cart for like a long time. So I then talk to my brother on the phone, the not littlest brother, the brother that does well.
Middle brother. Yeah.
So to him, like, he's looking at one ticket for $1,000. He's like, well, so he's also a business person. He has a very sort of rational approach to things. So he asked me, so you could just buy these tickets. He was like, well, just buy the ticket and then you have the ticket. And then how much cheaper could it be? And how annoyed would you be if it was much cheaper? That was his first question. I would be like, well, I would be pretty annoyed. Like if this ticket would go for $200 instead of $1,000, that'd be pretty annoying. Like even $600 versus $1,000 would be pretty annoying.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. I mean, it was pretty dramatic in the Club World Cup where they also really overshot these rates. And so I was like, I'd definitely be pretty annoyed. And he was like, well, then just don't pay attention. Just buy the ticket and then you go. Like next year, you won't remember what you paid. It's like, and then you just have the ticket and you won't check. I'm like, I don't think that's going to work because there's other games I want to go to. I'm definitely going to stay abreast of how these prices develop. So that's also not an option. And I'm already annoyed by the shamelessness and ridiculousness of this whole thing. Like I showed him the seating chart, and both of my brothers, when they saw the seating chart and saw what, that category 1 was basically like 3/4 of the stadium.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh my God, this is really pretty ridiculous. So my brother's like, well, you decide. I mean, I'm in if you're going to get him, but if you don't get him, then that's also fine. And so this is the thing that then finally made me, the way I settled it after some discussion and looking at the shopping, this cart for 20 minutes, I said, oh, I know what we're going to do. We're going to look at the round of 16 in 2022 and we're going to look. And so here's the lineups of the round of 16, 2022. We have Morocco versus Spain, Portugal versus Switzerland, Brazil against South Korea, Japan against Croatia, France against Poland, England against Senegal, Argentina against Australia, and the Netherlands against the USA. That's a little bit of a special case, I guess. I was like, that's the one game, maybe, I would pay $1,000 for. These other ones, I would not pay $1,000 for.
Yeah,
even 100%. The Netherlands against USA would be painful. But I mean, if it was,
I wouldn't pay $1,000 for that, and I'm a USA fan. That's just because I would, but I would also just try to get my hands on some nosebleed seats. I wouldn't try.
I was looking at these matches. I was like, if this is because this is random, you don't know what you're getting.
Right.
I don't know. None of this is. I mean, the quarterfinals already is different. Croatia, Brazil, Morocco, Portugal, Netherlands, Argentina, England, France. Those are bangers. But
also, Bjorn, the big thing is don't feed the monster. If you have a bunch of tickets in your cart and you don't buy them and leave, and everybody else does that, that's a good. We all win. The fans win.
Right. That's what I thought. I did not think that way. at the time, because you're in like
phone. It's like I can do it now. Like I
in the
can solve
phone,
my
I can
problem
do it
right
now, and I have
Right.
these tickets, and then I don't have to think about it.
$1,000.
Blah, blah, blah.
Come on.
So anyway, yeah. So then I looked at these matchups and I was like, I'm out. And then I closed the thing and I bought 0 tickets.
Good for you, Bjorn. This whole story just makes me so mad. I was excited when it was here because it's convenient. But if they're not interested in offering any sort of convenience at all, then it's like, well, now I'm just going to wait until it goes to Argentina and just go there. It's going to be cheaper.
$1,000 a game is not convenient. I mean, I went to the Euros. My brother had tickets when the Euros were in Germany. I went to that quarterfinal. I mean, this is also another thing about me. In addition to being a ticket snob, I also really like being invested. I like to support a team. Like, I don't, like.
Oh yeah, is that what you like to do? Like supporting teams? Does that make you unique as a fan?
But this is what I'm like. If you said like the round of 16 matchup features Germany, I'd be like, yeah, $1,000 is fine. I'll take the money, whatever. But but if it's like Japan against Croatia, like I don't really, like
you might forget that.
TV. I mean, I went to see. This is what I was thinking about. I went to see England against Switzerland, the quarterfinal of the Euros, in Düsseldorf. It was great. Had a great time. Max and I went. It was an exciting game. Went to penalties. Would I have paid $1,000 for that? I don't think so. No.
Yeah, that's the whole thing makes me mad. Literally, it makes me think if I should just not go to any games. Because in my mind, I knew I'd have to pay because FIFA. But in my mind, I'm thinking like a good ticket is $400 or $500, and then like maybe 150, 200 gets you in the corners. And I'm the kind of guy I want to get those 150 tickets. But if the $500 tickets are in the corners and already sold out, and you can spend $1,000, I think I'm priced out. But I think a lot of us are priced out.
Well, but I mean, we'll have to see, because this was the same. The Club World Cup was the exact same way, where I looked at these.
Yeah, but it is apples and oranges, because one ain't like the other. FIFA World Cup is a 100-year-old. It's like people love the World Cup. Club World Cup had a lot of criticism. Now, the good news for you and I, Bjorn, is when I see all these ICE raids and this new visa processes and Trump being like, I'm removing from the cities, that does turn foreigners off to come here for the summer. And also, there's this whole thing of people from certain countries have to have they're not even allowed in or something. All that stuff, although I don't agree with it in principle as a human being, as a soccer fan who wants tickets to the World Cup, I agree with it 100% in that.
Oh my God.
Because you need to help our market a little bit.
All right.
Well, also just principally, like when it was in Russia and Qatar, they have this thing where locals get in for cheap and then only the foreigners pay. And then they're like, not for you guys. Americans, you always have to pay. You are just like Don Garber says, you are the world's ATM.
Says we're the ATM for the world. I mean, okay, politics aside, but like I think.
Well, what I'm saying, but they're saying the politics means I do believe. Like the tickets are going to be in demand, but there has to be a realism there. I think a lot of tickets are going to be returned or something. Like there has to be some sort of realism there where I do believe like there are certain factors at play that make it better for you and I, the ticket purchasers. Well, because I think it's not an open, it's not untethered. Like there is a lot of people that don't want to come here, and there's now people that can't come here, and that is going to affect the ticket market, I think, in a way. And right now they're pretending like it isn't, but it's going to. So
I think I don't know. I mean, we'll find out how that affects attendance. If people really are afraid to travel, obviously that would be a sad thing.
How many were just in Germany? But Army of Germans paying $1,000 to go to the United States this summer?
But this is the thing. I think yes, obviously the World Cup is different from the FIFA Club World Cup. But I mean, it's also like the Club World Cup, they were starting at like $300 when they first came to market. Now it's $1,000 for the good, so that's also a big upgrade. And it's like 85,000 people on a Tuesday at noon is a lot of people in the New York, New Jersey. That is not, they don't just materialize. You're not and
the moral of the story is
if you then tell them like you got to each pay $1,000 a pop, like that's going to really bring the numbers down very quickly. So I cannot imagine this not going down. These numbers not going down.
Yeah, so that's a good shining moral of the story. That's a good silver lining. So there's this pre-sale phase and there's like a sale phase. But then after that, there's a third phase where there's just like a FIFA resale market where people can just sell amongst each other.
Right. I
And
mean,
that is the market
eventually,
where you get your cheaper tickets probably closer to the tournament. I imagine the games, like your Bolivia v New Zealand's, those you can probably get for a really good price. But the in-demand games are probably going to be sold out or at a premium. I think that's really just going to be the way it is. It will go down. There's no way the Germany group stage games are going to be
we'll have
less than
to pay
$1,000. They
$1,000.
have to go down. They've got to go down.
That can't
They've
be.
got
That
to go down.
cannot be it. This is the FOMO.
Yeah.
This is the FOMO phase, and
Yeah.
so I'm glad I talked myself off the ledge. I was like a click away. I was a click away.
No, you did it right. You did it right. They're going to go down. They're going to go. But real quick, was there also an option where you could buy a stadium only package yet? Did they offer that?
It was not in this. I mean, you see these with the right to buys. They're always
but not for me.
on for New Jersey.
But mine.
But they were not. That was not a thing in this round. I don't think.
So my stadium is SoFi. And SoFi is exempt from the right to buy. Like the only games I want to see are the USA games, and they're just in small writing. They're like USA games exempt from or whatever. So it's like that would be the only reason I bought a SoFi package to go to 2 out of the 3 USA games. But that's not offered. You can only buy other stadium, not the USA games. Like they are keeping their prized possessions thing. So the opening game in SoFi with USA, I think the nosebleed seats were at like $1,200 for that.
Yeah.
But that's an opening game, and that comes. But like
opening game with
the Seattle game later, and then the third LA game, those were only like I think much cheaper. Those I think you can get I think the cheap seats were $150 for those games. So like there is some variable pricing there. But I am very surprised to hear the.
I think when it comes to the later games, like a semifinal, a final, obviously I would probably pay big money sight unseen. But they're in the what's that?
If Germany was there, yeah.
Well, and if Germany plays, then also all my ticket snobbery goes out the window. I'd be happy to sit under the like whatever. Just getting in is good enough. But that we won't know until 3 days before. I mean, if they're gonna be in. If they're not gonna be in, we may know in a couple of weeks that they're not gonna be. So anyway, that was my report. That was my report from the FIFA ticket portal.
Good report. I will put it out on YouTube. Try to clip it around the social media. But it does make me upset because it like makes me be like, I should just skip this one, watch it on TV, even though it's here, and then go to a World Cup somewhere else because it's clearly easier and cheaper that way. So I'll just wait until it goes to Argentina or Portugal, wherever it's going in 2030.
Well, I mean, let's wait and see. Like the Club World Cup, I got 4th row or 3rd or 4th row sideline tickets for $90 in the end. For the
it was an empty stadium, Bjorn.
And it's half empty. It's half empty, but still pretty good. Still pretty good. I mean, at $1,000 a pop, these are not going to sell out. They're going to have to.
All right. Well, there is the disheartening. FIFA is a criminal enterprise that no matter how many times the FBI, what's taking another day? How much the FBI can help us now? Because the FBI is investigating Ticketmaster, and there's all this ticketing stuff. I didn't even ask you what the fees were. What kind of fees they want?
0 fees. That's the thing.
Oh, really?
At $980 a pop for the round of 16.
Throw the fees in.
It's all included. Yeah.
Well, that's a good thing, I guess. No, but I'm like, FBI, you got rid of Sepp Blatter for us. I mean, FIFA hasn't changed. If anything, they've gotten worse since. But like, I'm like, FBI, come on. It's in America. Get in there. Come on, FBI. It's going to be such a price gouging law. Help us. I should call Loretta Lynch again. The FBI office.
I think
help fans.
Yeah.
I'm not even enterprise.
I'm not even like that. What am I trying to say? I'm not even that politically aggro about this issue. Like I feel like to some extent, like if they just charge lower rates, then that just creates a secondary market. And like, why should scalpers make all the money? Like, I mean, I'm not even so, but this just is. I mean, the category thing is just outrageous, and I mean, they're really
going too far. This might be a way to thwart scalpers because usually I was going to say most of these people sitting on these seats, they're trying to scalp it. But if it's at these prices already, there's a good chance that it discourages scalping.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can't imagine buying a Germany group stage ticket for $930 and then expect to make a profit flipping it. Yeah, that'd be hard.
Yeah.
If you've ever met any Germans in your life, you would not try to.
Hell yeah, German. We will not pay. Anyway, but that is amazing. That is disheartening. But thank you for that. Hopefully, I'll get invited. But like you said, if I get invited, I guess I'm not buying anything because what would I be buying then?
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, if you. Yeah, the lower categories are, but nothing was less than like $200-$300. There's no bar. There were no 2-digit amounts that I saw. So it's not. So if you're not as picky about your seats or whatever, maybe you would. And you're a one man enterprise. So
true.
I don't know.
So I'm more flexible.
You're a little bit more flexible. My ticket snobbery and my family members
you having family and friends
commit me.
No, it is really easy for me, Bjorn, because I have nobody. Thank you for pointing that out real quick on the podcast. It is, it's good. I have advantage of flexibility because I have no one in my life that matters to me. That's a good thing. Thank you for that. Well, okay, that was the World Cup thing. Talking about Germany, I want to switch gears here. We have a big.
Okay.
We have a cup. We have the main thing was the FIFA World Cup tickets. There's one or two other things I want to talk about. I'm going to do the quick Bundesliga rundown, and then I want to focus on one American in the Bundesliga, and then we can maybe touch on MLS real quick and get out of here. Does that sound good for you? And the
Sounds good. Yeah, I mean, just Bochum has a new coach, Uwe Rösler. The Leafs.
I didn't say Bochum talk. I didn't say that's part of.
I'm just throwing it in. Before you can stop me. Before you can stop me, we got another ball. We're going back to Balt, man. We got another Balt coach, and that is where it's at. Uwe Rösler.
Respect the moon. Respect the moonheads.
Is coming because this is when the leaves are turning. That's about that time of year when Bochum gets a new coach, and so that's what happened this year. Also, nothing else really to say about it. I'm not going to give you any opinions about him. The roster sucks, and it's going to be tough. Going to be tough for whoever takes over.
Yeah. Uwe Rösler is going to save the world. Anyway, Bjorn, how many Americans played in the Bundesliga this weekend?
How many Americans? Noah Kai Banks had a good game. Yeah. Malik Tillman had a good game too. That's it. That's what I got. I don't know. Who else?
So 2? You're saying 2?
No, really? There's got to be more. Giorena is hurt. Joe Scally played, right?
Right, yeah.
So that's 3. I mean, these other guys, do we even count them? Maloney and I mean, you still count Timmy Chandler as American. That seems borderline.
Well, he didn't play, I don't think. I don't think he's on the roster anymore. I think he retired, didn't he? Anyway, the answer is 6, Bjorn. 6 Americans played in the Bundesliga this weekend. You are right. Young Noah Kai Banks got a goal this weekend. Mm-hmm. He played 84 minutes, but he came off with an injury in Augsburg's 3-1 win over Wolfsburg. That was a big result.
Very nice.
Young Noah Kai Banks.
The whole Sandro Wagner shine has worn off very quickly in Augsburg.
Yes. But Noah Kai Banks with a goal in 84 minutes. Hobble off with an injury. Hopefully it's not too serious. A guy named Jimmy Sands.
Oh my God! How I forgot about Jimmy Sands.
You did forget about Jimmy Sands.
This is horrendous.
He played 71 minutes in a 1-0 loss to Werder Bremen. They took him off probably because they were doing more of a.
He made the national team. He got called up to the national team. Jimmy Sands.
Just like I asked, he's in the national team. We talked the national team roster maybe in a bit, but anyway. And then one of the guys I count, but someone like Mauricio Pochettino doesn't even know exists, I don't think, is Chris Lund. He played 84 minutes for Köln in their 1-0 victory on Friday.
Right. Köln are kind of for real, huh? 6th place.
Yes, they are. Malik Tillman got a full 90 against Union Berlin in a 2-0 win. We'll talk about that a little bit more next. And then Leonard Maloney came off the bench in the 82nd minute to hang out for a few minutes in Mainz's tail before no loss against Hamburg, by the way, who also have picked themselves up in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I'm always picking up some points. And then Joe Scally got full 90 plus a yellow card in their 0-0 tie against Freiburg. So that is the American rundown of the Bundesliga this weekend. So that's Joe Scally with a full 90. That's Malik Tillman with a full 90. That's Sands with 71 minutes. Noah Kai Banks with 84 minutes. Christoph Lund with 84 minutes. These guys are starting.
This is
Leonard Maloney is the only one coming off the bench getting trash minutes. Everybody else got to start.
He is not. I don't think Leonard Maloney is in contention for the World Cup roster, right? That's kind of fair to say.
Yeah, that's fair to say. That's what Poch is communicating to us. Now, granted, Leonard Maloney did a good move from Heidenheim to Mainz. Good for him. But, at Mainz, he's on the outside looking in. He still hasn't really broken in yet. So we're still wishing him the best. But that's the American rundown. Bayern München had a big win over the weekend and a bunch of scores. You can see the scores. But and then Dortmund and Leipzig had a 1-1 tie. But today I'd love to
das Verfolger-Duell.
Yeah, and just like in good German soccer excitement, they both shared a point each, and they are now even further behind the Bayern race. As Bayern have a perfect start to the season, they have 18 out of 18 points. And the Bayern München, the other talk is that Bayern München are having a great start this season. I didn't want to say anything, but it might be time to talk about Bayern München having a season of seasons. A little early. But I don't want to talk about that now. Give them some time. I want to talk about a guy we've been focusing on, a big story. In fact, a lot of ways, probably a story kind of flying under the radar about a big American transfer this summer. Florian Wirtz went to Liverpool. He was the star of Germany, $150 million, big newspaper, boop, boop, ba, ba, ba. However, his replacement, under the radar, Bayer Leverkusen paid a pretty penny. I don't know how much exactly, 20 million or something, or less, 15 million.
35 million euros.
Ooh, 35 million euros. That's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot, Bjorn.
For an American.
For Malik Tillman to replace him, kind of, an American. He's German-born. He's an American. And that's kind of, that should be kind of a bigger story than it is, to be honest. Like, that's pretty big. And he's stepping into Bayer Leverkusen, the recent darlings of the Bundesliga. Leverkusen finally throwing Bayern off their perch a season ago. Anyway, so Malik Tillman's in Bayer Leverkusen. And as we've discussed, right, he didn't hit the ground running. He's still plugging in. He's gotten criticism a little bit, However, Kicker focused on him this week. And I'd love to focus on this Kicker article for you guys at home. Bjorn, are you ready to dissect?
I'm ready, yeah. I mean, it's
I'll read it and then you translate. Does that work?
Sure, however you want to do it.
Okay, so this is Kicker, which is Germany's main soccer newspaper.
Yes.
And they had a whole feature on one Malik Tillman. US-Nationalspieler deutet erstmals seine Möglichkeiten an.
Yeah, he shows his potential. For the first time, he's hinting at his potential.
Excellent. And the title is Gut, auf jeden Fall besser. Tillmans bemerkenswerter Auftritt.
Yeah, so he wasn't ready to say that he was good, but he was saying that, well, for sure he was better. Excellent. They asked him if it was a good, so his remarkable performance, was it good? Well, it was better for sure. For sure it was better.
Nach zuvor schwachen Leistungen macht Malik Tillman beim 2-0 gegen Union einen Schritt nach vorne. Seine kritische Selbsteinschätzung dient dabei als bestes Indiz dafür, dass weitere folgen können.
Yeah. After some poor performances, Malik Tillman takes a step forward in the 2-0 victory against Union, and his critical self-appraisal serves as the best indication that there could be more of this. More steps forward could come.
So real quick, let me just say this word again. Selbsteinschätzung.
Yeah,
self-criticism?
Self-appraisal, I would say.
Appraisal, okay.
It's neutral. It's just like his
kritische
critical self-appraisal. Yeah, he was self-critical.
Okay,
and
gotcha.
So the Kicker likes, Germans like this, right? Germans don't like people that are full of themselves. So Malik Tillman impressed the journalist that wrote this article by his being self-critical, not being too high on himself. And also, I think in the game, this was also something that was mentioned, that even though he didn't get any score points, no goals, no assists, although he got close, but he mostly impressed by just being more part of the game and in like being very engaged, also defending from the front and just going on the 1-1 duels, just being a scrappy guy. And so that the journalist liked this, and then that he didn't get too high on himself afterwards. Also, they enjoyed. There's another quote here, if you want to.
Please, yeah, let's come for it.
Ich habe gut. So he didn't say he was, so the journalist said, "Oh, you were good. You were really good, and you were in the game. You were doing good in the game." And he said, "Well, better for sure, not good, better." And he also said, "Ich habe gut gegen den Ball gearbeitet. Ich habe viele Zweikämpfe gewonnen, den Ball gut laufen lassen. Aber es gibt immer Luft nach oben, auch bei mir." So he said that he was good against the ball. He won his duels. He kept the ball moving. But there's always room for improvement, and with him too. And so,
I like that spirit.
So he thinks they should have scored 4, and he had a big chance. And he feels like that's where the team has the most room for improvement, to make more out of all the possession that they have. And so he's also hoping to get goals and assists. The reporter also remarks that his decision making in the final third wasn't always good in previous games, and so because he's herausragende Schusstechnik, according to this writer, he has an outstanding shooting technique. So because of that, you would expect more. When he had 3 good shooting chances, you would expect more than just nothing. But ich bin schon selbstbewusst, says Tillman. Aber klar, wenn es läuft, dann läuft es auch. Und dann geht so einer vielleicht auch mal rein. So he says, I am confident, but sure, if things go well, then they go well. And then, things go in that otherwise don't. And so he feels like it's a little bit in his head, that he puts a little more pressure on himself. And so that plays a part. Aber ich werde weitermachen und bin guter Dinge, dass diese Saison noch einer kommt. With a smile, he says. He's confident that he will score again this season. He's going to keep going, and he's in good spirits, and he hopes that there'll be another one this season.
Very good, very good. Here at the end, noch schätzen Situationen, auf meine Pension sind, dass du eine gute Konkurrenz kann, der meine Leistung bringen, sie Training und Spielen.
Yeah, he says the roster's deep. There's competition at all the spots, all his as well, and so he's always fighting. He's always got to perform, whether it's in practice, in the game, always giving his best.
I'm going to read the last sentence and translate. That's a good way.
Okay.
Sein Auftritt gegen Union hat berechtigten Anlass zur Hoffnung geliefert, dass der Neuer bald wirklich gut spielt. Genauso wie Tillmans realistische Selbsteinschätzung.
So his performance against Union gives you reason to hope that he will soon play really well. And the other thing that gives you hope is his realistic self-appraisal.
So there you go. So this is, like we talked about, it's a positive article, but positive in the backdrop of you've been poor. So it's
positive. Seems like you're getting better. You've been terrible.
Yeah. So it's heading in the right direction.
But we like you. But we like your attitude. Yeah. We like your
attitude. You're doing right. I like he's a German dude. And we like your Germanness. It's like, well, he's German, so he is German. He's got the German behavior, I guess. But this is good news. Americans in Europe, it's always very mixed. And especially he has a lot of pressure on his shoulders, and he's filling the number 10 role at Bayer Leverkusen. So it's nice we get an article where it's saying that he's getting into it, he's getting better. It's like showing improvement. And let's hope it keeps coming. Let's hope Malik Tillman becomes that little butterfly. And just becomes the key player for Bayer and fills in for Florian Wirtz.
And he seems like one of the guys who Poch seems to really like. Like
and he should, because he's a good player.
He has blossomed under Pochettino.
Yeah, when he started with the program, he was like a solid dude who's coming off the bench, and now he's like he could be our main number 10 or one of them. Like him and Pulley are like could be engineering our attack. You know,
he's definitely he's definitely a starter right now. I would think for sure.
You know what I like to bring up, unrelated, well, my ADHD. So that was just a Malik Tillman article. We thought we'd translate, offer it to you. Just that's mainstream German press talking about our boy Malik Tillman. So there you go. On my Instagram, so I'm involved in German things here in LA, and I decided to follow the German consulate. And 3 days ago was German Unity Day. It was the anniversary. It's the 35th anniversary of the all of the Berlin Wall. And apparently at
Deutschen Einheit.
Yeah, and then apparently there was like an event here in LA, and again I'm just following the consulate, and I open up my phone and there's a big smiling picture of Timothy Tillman and Steve Cherundolo.
Ooh.
And it's called the Germany and LA Instagram profile. It's just the consulate. It's not like LAFC or anything, because I follow soccer too. So it's like where my worlds merged. And Stephen Cherundolo was just one of the guests of honors at German Reunity Day here in Los Angeles. It's just like, oh, look at Timothy Tillman and Steve Cherundolo. It's like I should have gone to this event. I need to know ahead of time where these events are, because I would love to have gone.
Steve we had a couple of German can't wait to get back.
That's right, and they're giving him an award before he leaves. Like, here you are, back to Hanover with you, young man, and Timothy Tillman. So I just thought that was a fun.
I mean, he really looks like he's gonna leave on top. I mean, LAFC are looking dangerous.
Oh yeah. Leaving with the title right before he goes and takes over VfL Bochum in a couple of weeks after Uwe Rosler gets fired.
No, that'll be next.
But anyway,
that's next fall.
Well, there you go. Those are two main stories. We have a national team games coming up. Germany plays Luxembourg on Friday. USA's got a couple of friendlies coming up.
Yeah, Germany kind of got their backs against the wall with this qualification business.
Yeah, especially if you're going to buy $1,000 tickets, you need to make sure they're there. Huh?
Well, I didn't, so I'm still nervous.
Others have, though. Others have.
If
it wasn't you, someone else. But Germany didn't get out of the group the last 2 times, so there's a lot of pressure on them. There's a lot of pressure on Germany right now.
I mean, maybe they will snap that streak by not qualifying. That'd be really wild.
Well, let's hope they can get a victory against Luxembourg this Friday. Let's hope.
Okay.
Let's hope. All right. So, does Wunder from Harrison died the next day? By the way, the Red Bulls are gone. And the day they were eliminated, New York Red Bulls tweeted out this new stadium design about this new club you can buy tickets for. And I'm just like, dude, read the room. Now is not the time to sell your club passes the day we've been eliminated after 15 years. Freaking.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I'm going to say. The East is done. MLS is now boring for me. The West, there's still a couple teams futzing around there on the bottom. Getting that spot, but bring on the playoffs, Bjorn. Bring them on. Let's go.
Well, my team is in it. My team is in it. Yeah. We were unable to delay the Philadelphia Union Supporters Shield title.
Best MLS team of all time.
We missed a couple huge sitters early. Alonso Martinez rounded the goalkeeper, only had to put the ball into the empty net and was unable to. And had a couple more good chances early, didn't make him, and then lost 1-0 against the Union. A little frustrating.
Yeah, but who cares? Just get on. You only have one game left, right? Get on with the playoffs. Let's go.
Well, we were hoping to get a home game. We were hoping to finish 4th. That's not in our hands anymore. We're probably going to finish 5th now. So anyway, and we're going to play Charlotte maybe. That seems to be where this is headed. Unless there's a big shakeup on decision day. Yeah, maybe I'll go to North Carolina, check it out.
Get some barbecue. Sure, I can recommend
a little barbecue. Yeah, maybe.
My friend just went to a small town in the middle of nowhere, North Carolina, over the weekend and got delicious barbecue. Sent me a photo. I'm telling you, it's worth it. Fly to Charlotte. There's a direct American Airlines is a Charlotte hub. Go straight to Charlotte. Get around to go to the game. Drive to Wilson, North Carolina. Get some fried chicken, and then go back up. I'm telling you, it's a good weekend. It's a good weekend.
I might do it.
All right, everybody. That was it. Thank you to Bjorn. We're on the ground. We're at MLS Cup Finals. We're in the ticketing portal.
We're ticketing portal. We're doing it.
We're doing it. We got Malik Tillman getting He's been bad, but he's getting better. Article.
He's getting better. He was disappointing, but we like his attitude, and Kicker is rooting for him. We have, the playoffs are shaping up. The East is pretty set. The West still has a lot of games in hand. They're playing through the international window. Then we have decision day, and then the playoffs. It's all happening. Woo.
And then Halloween. And then there's Halloween, just in general. Halloween is also here. I love fall. It is my favorite season of the year, and it is a good time to be a fan. So anyway, tschüss, everybody. It's nächste Woche.
Tschüss.